What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is the day we're finally going to reveal to you, the world, what we have bought for the channel, the new budget-friendly daily driver. Yes, so on this channel, you know, we do Mustang stuff, we do car stuff, fast stuff, right? Modifications to cars, Mustangs, Camaros, everything, right? Well, this is going to be vastly different. I'm very excited to finally show you what we have. So without rambling on, let's go. We bought a Jeep V8 four-wheel drive Grand Cherokee. This is a WJ for all of you guys that know, or if you don't. So 149,000 miles on this guy, I believe. Went all the way down to North Carolina and picked it up. Got to spend some time with family, got to go up there to the Cars and Coffee, which is so cool because we got to meet some subscribers. We also got to see a Ford GT rolling around in the public. Look at this. Hey, that's a beautiful car. It looks really good. All right, we are here with fans of the channel.
How we doing?
In Charlotte, North Carolina, and beautiful, beautiful car. What is your Instagram?
S550_Warhorse.
There you go. Go follow him. Give him a follow, some love. There we go as well. There's the plug. But we're finally back in Tennessee. I have not even bothered to really clean this thing up. Yes, it does have some issues, but the kicker is we only paid $2,500 for this guy. $2,500, and I believe that I'll be the third owner. No accidents. And this is the good one, right? This is the Quadra-Trek 2. There we go. So pretty clean interior mostly. There's a couple of issues like this. I did not know that it had that until I actually got down to North Carolina. There's some other things around the vehicle that we're going to explore that are kind of, I'll be nitpicking a little bit. Yeah, honestly, it was kind of a fiasco when we went to go pick it up because there's a lot of things that actually went wrong with the guy that was selling it. And I know, silly me, you know, I should have seen it coming. But basically, this is my first time buying from a private party. But overall, not too bad. We're going to talk about the details a little bit about how everything went down in just a few minutes. But I want to continue walking around the vehicle just a little bit more and show you exactly the ins and outs about this thing because I'm very excited about it. All right, now guys, if you can't tell, I'm a little bit fired up in this video. I'm pretty excited because this is something kind of new to me. I did have one of these way back when, years ago. I had a 2001 model and basically didn't do anything with it. This is way before YouTube, while I was still in the Army. But now we have another one. I'm very excited. I specifically wanted a WJ because I love them and because you can get them cheap. Generally, if you look hard enough, you can get them with pretty low miles given the year. This thing is 15 years old as of this video. 15 years. There's going to be a couple of flaws given the age, but overall it's really clean. And that's kind of what I want to just highlight to you guys and show you. So yes, they're covered in mud, but the owner did put some new tires on it. They were like 300 miles in whenever I actually bought this from the guy, but not terrible fading with the trim. We are going to do something special with this trim. We're going to do something special with the whole thing. The cool thing is that everything about these guys are cheap to bring them back to life a little bit, which is what we are going to do. We're going to make a ton of videos, how-to videos. Get ready. So I haven't even registered it yet, so that tag is going to change for Tennessee, but it is a four-wheel drive V8 model. The bumpers are pretty much good to go. Some things that I did not know whenever I bought it was it did have some boo-boos like this, but I think I'm gonna get a heat gun, take this off, get a heat gun, and then pop that out. And then we're going to actually paint these with something special, so it'll look a little bit more rugged and off-road worthy, and then eventually we're going to do some crazy stuff to it, and it's going to be like all those super Jeeps that you see all over the internet, I guess. The wheels I don't really care about. There is a little bit of wear on them, as we can see here. These are actually kind of clean, but these are going to get replaced, so I don't care. The tires are new. That was important to me, although they will get replaced at some point. A couple little scratches here, no big deal. The thing that kind of worried me when I saw it in pictures, and then it was a little bit worse whenever we actually saw it in person, was some of the rust here, right? So stuff like this right here, and this is pretty much isolated to just the hood. All right, so when we lift this guy, pretty clean engine here, no misfires, steady idle, everything is fine. When I picked it up, we did take it to a mechanic. They did a compression test, they did a fuel pressure test, all of that stuff, and the engine is still good to go with the mileage that it has. But this is something that I did not see, and unfortunately the guy, I'd already paid for it, but this is rust and it's just flaking off. So something to do with the paint. Nothing was actually, this is probably just a factory defect. Those of you guys that have these model WJs, you probably know all about it, but the rest of the vehicle looks to be good. I crawled up underneath and everything is pretty much normal. But what we need to do is replace this hood. Yes, we'll have to just hunt one down, and the good thing is it's going to probably be like 50 bucks if we can find one that's already painted. I don't want to do a fresh paint on this, although I may not care because we might actually wrap the whole thing with something really cool. Get ready, stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe if you're not, turn the notification bell on, very important, so you can see this thing grow. So yeah, guys, as I said, big plans for the Jeep here. We're gonna do Jeep things in combination with all of our racing content, all of our modifications to all of the sports cars and muscle cars that we have on the channel. It's going to be fun and exciting, and I cannot wait to share my journey with you. But this is awesome because it's just one more vehicle that we get to turn wrenches on. Yes. I love the fact that we have space now, and this is actually pretty deep. If you compare it to like a modern day, like Subaru Crosstrek, for example, these crossovers, there's more space back here, like race tires, jacks, stuff like that, tools, right? Everything is back here. You can lay the seats down and you basically have a truck. The interior is almost perfect. Look, you got some food there, but I have, again, not cleaned this, but no rips or tears on the cloth. It looks amazing. The only flaw, again, was that little blemish right there, that crack. But everything else is picture perfect. I just needed to give it a deep cleaning. I'll wash about 15 years of, you know, dust off of this thing. Couple other issues. There is an issue with the alignment. I think that we need to change all of the fluids in the differentials, transfer case, all of that. It does have an oil change, but I'll probably redo that as well. Yes, very, very exciting for what's to come. Stuff is already on the way for this guy. It will not look this way for long. It is still going to be a budget build, and I think that it's important because a lot of younger guys, maybe after something like this, an older Jeep, because they're very affordable, maybe as a secondary vehicle, maybe something you just simply go off-roading with. And you could do everything with these. You can lift them, you can put big wheels and tires, you can do everything. You can turn them into tanks if you want to. Ooh, buddy, it's hot. All right, here we go. We're gonna take it for a small little test drive. Yes, and then we will do a in-depth drive, first impressions, really, well, second impressions, here probably in the next video or two. But I gotta back off this mound without falling over. Just because it can be totally easy doesn't mean we want it to be. I have no backup camera. I don't even know what to do. Oh, I'm so spoiled. Now this is a 2004. I graduated high school in 2004. Yeah, I'm almost 34 years old, but man, it is really cool to be in something that is this far back in the past, you know, kind of like Back to the Future kind of deal, because you know, back in 04, this was like, this is it. You know, this is like state-of-the-art stuff, you know, basic single din. I've got dirt hidden all up underneath the thing. It's gonna need a bad wash. So to finish off this video, I want to talk about what happened, the fiasco when we went to go buy it. Well, all right, so the deal was that I was looking around here local, and all of them were just beat up and they're asking way too much money. And then I drove to a dealership that had a red, spotless spotless, two-wheel drive inline 6 model. So I drove 2 hours, let the guy know that I was on the way, and then guess what? He sold it before I got there. So I missed out on that one, but it was perfect. And anyway, so my parents got involved and they were just helping me out, and they spotted this one in North Carolina. So we're like, okay, let's go pick it up. But he wanted money on the spot. He was a young 25-year-old-ish guy that worked for Roush there in Mooresville, North Carolina. Pretty cool. I'm not going to say his name. I don't want to do him like that. But what happened was I PayPal'd my mother some money right there on the spot for this guy. And whoa, you pulling out right in front of me, Tennessee drivers. You suck. But see, that's why we have a beater, because if this thing gets totaled, who cares? All right, so we PayPal'd the money. She wrote a check, so she had the money from me, he had the money from her. Then we drove 8 or so hours to North Carolina a day or so later to pick it up. Now, she and my stepdad both took it through its paces, drove the heck out of it. But, you know, they're older, so they don't know probably what me and you do to look out for vehicles. Nothing against them. But there's some hidden stuff about the vehicle that the guy did not talk about. Stuff that they would have probably never known. But yeah, we basically gave him the money. And then he gave us a title that was supposed to have not been signed yet, because I still wanted to inspect the vehicle when I got down there. So when we got down there, the vehicle looked pretty good. A couple of rust spots on the hood like we knew about. There's a couple of things like on the dash that I did not know about. The back bumper I didn't know about. But other than that, it had the correct mileage. It drives pretty good. There is an alignment problem. Parts are on the way to fix that. But the guy basically led us to believe that there was no mechanical, nothing wrong with it, which was not entirely true. But, you know, it is what it is. And this guy builds engines for a living, just to, you know, paint the picture a little bit. Anyway, so we get down there and we're trying to get a hold of this guy to sign over the title correctly. It does have to be notarized, all of that good stuff. You can't just sell somebody a vehicle without doing that. The vehicle title was only a couple of months old, and it didn't list anybody prior. So my guess is the old title was lost. They got a new one. I don't know who owned it before. We did do a Carfax on it. It looked pretty good, but the guy ghosted. We could not get a hold of him for like 4 days, 5 days, something like that. So I'm here, I've given this guy this money. Basically, he was avoiding us. All the text messages, phone calls, everything. He wasn't answering, he wasn't picking up. So I'm in North Carolina, this guy's got all my money, I don't know what to do. So I called his work. I called Roush, and nothing hostile, just looking for him, just basically, hey dude, call me back. He did. He was very angry about it, but I'm like, bro, you got my money? I need you to figure out this title thing so I can register it. And anyway, so a couple of days later, he finally showed up and we finally got it done. He almost screwed me on this whole thing because he just thought that he could just delete us out of his contacts and not respond. And he had no valid reason to do so. It was only when in the text messages I started talking about legality issues and I will get this title one way or the other, or you can take the vehicle back. However, if we did that, because he still technically owned it, he would have our money. So, and the guy obviously wasn't going to give it back, so it was a mess. It was a mess, but we got it figured out that yes, anytime that you sell a vehicle, you got to sign that title over correctly. And if you're buying from an individual, you need to know that. I did know that, but it was just a matter of we couldn't get a hold of the guy. And whether he was trying to screw us or not, I don't know. But he wasn't very happy in person about it, I'll tell you that much. But enough negativity. I'm super happy we have this thing. Something new for the channel, something we can turn wrenches on and kind of restore. Lots of how-to videos coming. So excited. Again, if you're new to the channel and you're new to this whole Jeep thing, or maybe you're a veteran of the Jeep world, you know, give me a shot, look at the channel, subscribe, turn your notification bell on. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Be safe. All right, let's see what this V8's got. Let's go. Come on, 4.7, let's get it. Come on, baby. There you go. Shift. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. No slippage. Perfect. No, this is a tight turn. Oh, not a sports car. Oh, here we go. Scared me just a little bit. I need to calm down. Not a sports car. Don't know the words, but this is basic radio.